against Parker Bohn III, our second semifinal. All these bowlers into the round of 8. Miller High Life PBA Skills Challenge, vying for $20,000, the first place prize. Mike Loudon Jr., Parker Bohn III still alive. Same goes for Angelo and BB Brian Voss. Head to head, Parker Bohn III has had trouble with Chris Barnes, 1-3. We'll see what happens. Exciting semifinal action to come from El Paso. Well, hard luck again for Joe Ciccone, who had his second straight 268 thrown at him. His 2 TV appearances, Brian Smith last year, Robert Smith, no relation this year. Barnes, Bohn III are next up, and they're joined now by Randy.
Thanks, Dave. Parker Bohn, we talked a little bit last week about the changes you've made in your physical game. To me, it looked like you were lacking just a little bit of confidence, but now with back-to-back shows, how's your confidence today?
Confidence is escalating as we speak. I got the right Brunswick equipment, taking my confidence a long, long way, and today's the day.
Thanks, Parker. Good luck. The guy certainly never lacking in confidence, Chris Barnes. Chris, a couple 300 games this week, and then some PBA history. You made the 7-10 split and the Big Four in the same tournament. It's never been done before. What's going on?
Well, it's been a long time since anybody's done all that, but it's been a while since I won, too. So my wife won the National Amateur Championship this weekend. It's been a great week already, and we're going to build on that.
Great, Chris. Thanks. Congratulations to your wife, Linda. Keep in mind, Rhino, Chris Barnes has beat 3 left-handers to get to this point today. He needs to get by 1 more to have a shot at winning this tournament.
Amazing, Randy, to think that he's gone through Eric Forkel, Jason Couch, Patrick Allen, all southpaws. And now another left-hander stands in the way of Chris Barnes. It's Parker Bohn III, the Hall of Famer with 29 career titles, 20 years on the PBA Tour. And there's Leslie. Justin there as well. He's 20 months old. Watching Daddy in action. And a big shot from Parker Bohn III. Speaking of families, while I have a second, I want to mention a very happy birthday to Emma Sue Ryan, my 10-year-old on Friday. Amelia K. Ryan turns 6 tomorrow. Happy birthday, girls.
I want to come to the party.
You're invited.
Thanks, buddy.
You always are.
Happy birthday to both of your girls.
Chris Barnes. Help on number 10.
Pretty tight matchup all the way around. A classic Hall of Fame style matchup. This is really the only number that jumps out if you look at spare conversion percentage. But guess what? It's not going to come down to that. This is going to be a strike fest.
Turning to Amika Koivunemi here. Lefty's Wolf Nightmare.
Left-hander was Nightmare.
Another for Barnes.
This is the first strike that Chris Barnes threw. We call this the Tomahawk 10. The 6 goes to the sidewall, leans on the 10, and that turned that into a double instead of spare strike.
So little Justin, 20 months old, is watching Dad, Parker Bohn III, in action. Brandon, 5 months old, is behind the scenes today. Parker avoids a deadly split and gets just the 10-pin up. Parker.
That was a huge break. You know, in this pattern all week long, the first one that missed usually lost. Parker avoids the open frame with a conversion on the 10-pin and a nice break.
Parker has been red hot coming into this TV final appearance. Takes care of the 10-pin. 10 straight game wins. He beat Patrick Healy Jr. in 7 after trailing in that round of 32 match, 3-2. And look out, Walter Ray Williams Jr., fellow Hall of Famer, Michael Fagan, go down in straight 4-game sweeps in the 10 straight games. Parker averaging 263.30. I mean, talk about red hot.
266 he averaged in those sweeps.
Man, big numbers on the cheetah pattern. Talked about the 10 games in a row with shots like that. Parker Bohn III.
And to me, that shot there, David, looked like his hand stayed up the back of the ball more so than the shot that went high. And what happens when your hand stays up the back, you got all that friction. The move in the back part of the lane is more subtle. Watch his hand stay up underneath. See this? Now watch the back end reaction. Nice and smooth. When your hand rotates around the side early, that creates a real violent reaction in the back part of the lane.
Now, a resident of the Dallas Metroplex, originally from Topeka, Kansas, Chris Barnes, and finishing up the story about his wife, Linda, Friday in Dallas, won her second career USA National Amateur Bowling title, an 8-time member of Team USA, who captured her first title back in '95. Chris got a text message that Linda had won while he was competing in the round of 16 here in El Paso. Takes care of the 7.
Yuck. Nice frame. All right, better shots.
247.76 average. All left-handers have gone down. The second 300 game came against Couch, averaged 271 in that match. Came in game 2.
271.
He had a 300 game against Eric Forkland, game 4 of the round of 16 match. He has just been blitzing the pins all week.
Dave, I'm sorry to chuckle while you're saying about 271. He averaged 271. He threw a lot of shots just like this.
Told us last night, Chris did, very committed to his shots, 100%. He knows he has multiple game plans coming in, but will not outthink himself. Guarantee that of today's appearance. Parker Bohn, good pin action himself. Tonight, ESPN2 begins 2 weeks of coverage of the 100th Australian Open. World number 1 Roger Federer looks to defend his title against the best players in the world, including Annie Roddick and Maria Sharapova, and the Williams sisters among the players vying for the women's crown. 18-0 last year against top 10 foes in Grand Slam action was Roger Federer. 23-1 overall in Grand Slam matches. Only loss at the French to Gustavo Kuerten, who has won that event 3 times. So he is a favorite coming in.
I wonder how those tennis players would do on the cheetah pattern.
Oh! Late help on number 9. Down she goes.
Wow, it looks like Parker Bohn stole Chris Barnes' bag of tricks. Check this out. I mean, this should have been a bucket. Instead, he gets this great pin action and caves the 9 in. Hurry, ball, hurry, carry. Oh, my. Brilliant.
Hall of Famer and a 2-time Player of the Year, 99 and 02. Parker trying to get back to that form. 51 events since his last win in Virginia Beach, Virginia, 2002, the Battle of Little Creek. Chris Barnes has gone 30 without a win. To begin last season, the Japan Cup, that was his last victory. He also won in 2003 the Days in Dallas Open over Parker Bohn III in the final.
Averaged 255 in match play, second only to Parker Bohn III. This guy knows how to strike, but he's also really, really good on just about anything we bowl on out here on tour.
Looking for the turkey ball. Has it. Yes. Yes. What a match we've got here. Barnes by 9, second semifinal. Who joins Robert Smith in the final? We'll find out in El Paso, Texas. El Paso is the home of Fort Bliss, a major U.S. Army base. Some of the soldiers spent their week here at Oasis Lanes.
I grew up watching these guys on TV, so I'm pretty excited about this opportunity that I have. As a matter of fact, I extended an extra week just so I can participate in this event.
Oh, this is a fabulous break for a lot of these soldiers. We've got several of these soldiers who've actually taken their vacation time to participate in the event. They don't want to do just the small tasks, but they want to be around the entire production of this Professional Bowlers Association event this weekend.
I take pride in saying that I serve my country, and I'm real happy to be surrounded by a lot of people that are doing the same thing.
This week's Dexter approach, great illustration of how the ball transitions to the end of the 35-foot pattern here on the cheetah oil pattern in El Paso and zips right into that pocket. Parker Bohn III, Hall of Famer, bids for a 4-bagger and a chance for a 1-pin lead. Barnes has 3 straight strikes at the moment. It's going to be a really close finish. 10 more down for Parker Bohn.
Parker Bohn could strike all the way out and shoot 280. The best Chris Barnes can do if he strikes out is 279.
Second TV show in a row for Parker Bohn III. As you mentioned in your interview with him, a lot of confidence now. Back-to-back shows, made the final, lost to Mika Koivuniemen last week in Mesa. And you could see it sort of brimming out of him just in our interview last night. Relaxed, focused, but really confident. Will the confidence translate to big shots like that? Yes, it will.
Well, Dave, success breeds confidence.
5-bagger for Parker Bohn III.
You make enough shots like this and your ball starts to read the pattern the right way, all of a sudden, it's not like you've forgotten how to bowl or forgotten how to win. You just need to get back there. That's what Parker Bohn has done the last 2 weeks. I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say the next guy that misses or that doesn't strike will lose this match.
Just gripping the edge of the channel and almost looked like it was going to zing too high when it grabbed the backside of the oil pattern. How about Bobby Stives, who happens to be the general manager, the top amateur.
30 and 60 feet.
And there is Bobby. Spoke to him this morning about his great performance. Took Walter A. Williams Jr. to 7 games, the max, and finished 18th. What a week for him. He said, yeah, I compete a few events a year, but generally I'm concentrating on my administration duties.
He shot 869 for his first 3 games in qualifying, and then he followed that up with a 290 his 4th game. Bobby, congrats. You had a great week, buddy.
8th frame. Barnes looking for a 5th straight strike. Has it!
First one that misses will lose this match, Dave.
The man who made the 7-10 in the round of 64, then picked up the big 4 in the round of 8 against Patrick Allen. Looking good.
This is a shot on the right lane. Hangs on the right edge of the gutter. Check this out. This one's a little bit left of that on the left lane. Both ending in the same result.
2 great bowlers, Randy. 34 titles between them. Who is going to blink first and not strike? You called it. I'm with you, partner. The first one not to strike could be in trouble. It's not going to be Parker here. 6 in a row. Frames 3 through 8 for Bohn the third, and a 1-pin lead.
That ball was so good, or so deep in the pocket, it split the 8-9 in half. You talk about all those titles, Dave. Parker Bohn III has 29 of them. However, Chris Barnes is about $90,000 away from earning $1 million in his career. The 2 fastest gentlemen to earn $1 million, Pete Weber, Jason Couch, they did it in 250-plus events. Chris Barnes has only bowled 151 tournaments.
253 to be exact. We saw the strike percentage. Another for Parker Bohn III, who has been red hot here in El Paso this week.
Well, it sure looks like the Parker Bohn of old with a little bit slower ball speed, doesn't it? Results are sure the same.
7 straight strikes. Now looking for number 6, foundation frame. 6 straight, it's Chris Barnes. Now 11 pins. We're going to have a very close finish. Who's it going to be to blink first? Shredding the rack. I mean, 60 feet to success for Chris Barnes. A perfect ball.
Yeah, that's his trouble lane, too. He's been real suspect on the right lane, even though he's struck all but 1 shot. Check this ball. It's left. He knows it's left. It holds line. Chris Barnes needs to strike out. If he does, he'll shoot 279 and force Parker to throw 3 in the 10th frame to win by 1 pin.
Looks for a 7-bagger. 10th frame for Barnes. We told you, folks, with this cheetah pattern, numbers are going to be sky high. We weren't lying. Doesn't hit the 9. A high shot.
And it looked soft immediately as it left his hand. It looked like it was soft. And what happens when you're a little soft, the ball's going to overhook, and this one goes right by the 9-pin.
Almost got the messenger to spin it over. Haven't seen the spare ball much, have we?
No, we're not going to see a whole lot of spares.
You never know. This one might be important.
He needs to strike here on the fill shot, shoot 258, force Parker Bohn to go 9 spare strike to win by 1. If Parker strikes on the first ball in the 10th, he's the winner.
Max numbers.
Much better.
He'll take it.
Thank you.
Great run for Chris Barnes. Bidding for his first title in 30 events and 6th overall in his career. He's been brilliant. Regular season matches, getting to the final. He's been outstanding. Once he gets there, he has really struggled. 5-13 all-time in finals. Right now, he's only worried about somehow Parker Bohn in 3rd tripping up here. Does he have an 8-bagger in him? You bet!
Wow.
And it's over. Parker Bohn III is going to go to his 2nd consecutive tour final.
This is magnificent, Dave Ryan. As pure as he threw that. Leslie and Justin.
And we know little Brandon's cheering too.
Yeah.
No question about it. And Parker IV, who's 15, his son Evan, who lived with their mom in Nashville, Tennessee. Evan is a bowling nut, we're told. We know they're rooting Dad on as well today. From all the way across the country.
Well, it was just a great performance by Chris Barnes, so he gave Parker all he wanted. And again, on this pattern with the scores being what they were all week long, we're talking about 1 9-pin not carrying, making a difference. Who won and lost.
Almost help on the 7-pin there, but it won't matter. Parker Bohn III, a 279 and 258 victory over Chris Barnes in the semi. First time ever on TV. He'll take on Robert Smith in the final. Last week, the Big Fin, Mika Koivuniemen, found gold in the desert of Arizona at the 2005 Geico Open in his semifinal against Mike Machuga. It was Mike Machuga who felt the pressure. Needing 2 strikes in the 10th, he came up empty-handed. So in the title match, Mika Koivuniemen started strong against PBA Hall of Famer Parker Bohn III, but found himself behind after 7 frames. However, a costly open in the 8th by Bohn gave the advantage to Mika. Major Mika then dominated in the 10th, striking out to win 201.96, claiming his 5th career PBA title. A charitable fellow, Mika donated $2,000 of his bonus money to the Tsunami Relief Fund.